Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidima aka Clue and you are in my Reino. So today we'll be doing something very different, something that I've never tried. I never knew green could be such a good color. So I'll be doing something on green from my Soapfield palette. I am so sorry, I apologize. I've been calling this palette Popfield for a very long time now, but I recently realized that it is called Soapfield. So if you've ever heard me say Popfield, sorry for that. Take the correction now, it is Soapfield. So you can see all the beautiful green shade in this palette. It has a lot of shades. It has the pink, it has blue, it has nude, it has yellow, orange, white, milk, cream, whatever shade that you want, it is right in this palette. So without wasting any much of your time, let's go down to the video, and please kindly subscribe down below, and I'll be seeing you in the video. Be doing the eyebrows, and I'll be using the Eye pencil in the shade 003 and my eyebrow brush, which I always use to brush my eyebrow hair, just to get it straight and ready for the brows. So I'll be drawing my eyebrows exactly the same shape of my eyebrow, okay, my natural eyebrow. I can't stress this enough, that's the best way to draw your eyebrows, and it's gonna fit and suit your face. So right now I'm just filling it in, making it strand by strand, just to make sure it the whole eye pencil is all distributed to the every part of it. So I go ahead to brush it even more, just to distribute everything and to clean off the excess from anywhere it is. So for cleaning my eyebrows, I'm making use of Elite Gold Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Warm Honey. So guys, I'm not going to I don't know how enough to stress this part. Whenever you're doing your eyebrows, you want to clean it, I suggest you use a shade that is 2 shades lighter than your normal skin tone. So my normal skin tone, according to Elite Gold Pro Concealer, is the shade Fawn. So the 2 shade lighter than that Fawn is Warm Honey. I can also use I think Beige Ivory or something like that. So right now for today's tutorial, I'll be using the same shade for my under eyebrows for the upper one, but normally if you are a beginner, I would suggest to make use of either your matching concealer, or you can make use of your foundation to clean your upper eyebrows. It makes it look more subtle, but for today's look, I don't really know what I am actually going for, but I just want to have this kind of shade on it. Okay, so now my eyebrows are done nice and clean, so it's time to prime the eyelids and get ready for my eyeshadow. So I'm not using a damp beauty blender. Okay, for your eyes, don't use a damp one. So I'm going to take my Popfield palette, and I'm using the darkest shade of green right there, and I'm going to build it from my lid line to my outer crease, then to the upper part of my crease. From the video, you'll be seeing that I tried blending it, but from initial I was just dabbing the shade on. Now I'm like subtly blending everything out. So I'm going to take that lighter green shade. I don't really know the difference, but I think it's much more lighter than the other shade that I used. So I'm going to take that lighter shade and I'm applying it from my lid line, my lash line and upwards. Now I'm going to take that lemon greenish shade, and I'm going to apply it around almost to the inner corner of my eyelids. Now that shade looks kind of too dry, and to get it I had to spray some setting spray to my brush to get enough shade of it. So be mindful whenever you apply a shadow and it doesn't come out so much, try as much as possible to spray some of this to it. So I think the same thing was also evident on this mint greenish shade, that sea green mint kind of greenish shade. I don't know what to call it, but that is mint, and I used it around my inner corner, but as you can see, I can't find anything around there. I kept on doing it just to get something, but nothing. So I went ahead to take the shimmer to apply around there. It was visible, but it looked kind of crazy. I decided to go ahead and take what is it called? I took my blending brush and blended that area out, and it was super good. So right now I'm taking Anastasia gel eyeliner. This is my favorite and best eyeliner gel. So I'm taking that particular eyeliner just to apply on my eyelids and make a wing line. You guys know that I love a very long wing line, so that is it. So if you watch closely on the wing line, you'll see exactly and the best way to do your wing line. Okay, so let's continue with it. Alright, so I'm going to take my Morphe that 5N palette. I'm taking that orangey shade, kind of a brownish something, just to blend out the look, because it looks kind of sticked, like it looks stick to the face. Okay, so right now I'm taking Aveeno moisturizer. Normally I wouldn't use any moisturizer, but finding this, it was like the best. You can use it on oily skin, but I think they said this particularly for dry skin. I don't really know whatever, but it is the best for me right now. So I'm taking my LA Girl Pro primer and I'm using it on my face. This primer helps your foundation to last all day long. Okay, it is a very good primer. So I don't apply primer base once I've applied a moisturizer, because a primer base actually acts like a moisturizer kind of. So a primer base can be in a very liquid form or in a spray form. Once you apply it, there's no need to apply any moisturizer. So that's just why. Now I'm moisturizing my lips to make sure it is nice and subtle for my lipstick later on. So I'm taking the one Oriflame foundation and I'm just trying it out for the very first time today. Okay, I lied, not the very first time. I've been using this foundation for so long for my natural wear, but for today I'm trying to just apply it. So what I did, because it has, I don't know if I should say a minimum coverage or what, but I mixed it with Fit Me Maybelline New York foundation so it could get a little bit of coverage. Okay, so right now I'm taking my Lego Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey and I'm highlighting my face from my under eye bag area to my nose, my forehead, my cheek, and around my lips, because I do have a lot of stuff going on around there. Okay, so right now I'm just blending it. So my blending, I like to start from the areas that are less, that has less product on them, then I move over to the product that has much product on them. Why? Because once I go in with the areas that has much product on it, it just takes up the product and it now transfers it to the area that I needed little or no product on. Okay, so that's just how I like to do my blending. So after this, we'll be going on and we'll be doing a cream contour. Like I said, the blending, you have to dab on it. Dab, don't move it around, don't move your blending brush around, your blending sponge around. Just dab and you get it there. So right now I'm going to show you guys how exactly to contour using cream contour. So around your ears, I would suggest you start from the very tip where your ear started, and then you measure it down in a slanting way. That is where you do your cheekbone contour. That is exactly how to get your cheekbone. Now for the nose, I like to do something straight, not too close, but kind of straight, because I know I'm still going to set my contour. So that is just exactly how I like to do it. Now going over to the blending, it is the same way to my concealer. I like to start from where the products are less. Now I walk through to where the products are much. Now let's consider this. If you're to do your makeup from where the concealer are much, now coming to your nose, you can notice that you have too much products on your nose. And that will make your nose look too dark for my liking. Actually, I don't like it being too dark, so I'm using Benet Luxury setting powder and I'm going to bake. So having oily skin, the best way to do it is to bake. Make sure you bake if you have oily skin, but for people of those category that has dry skin, just set your face and you're good to go. This is just to avoid a cakey makeup or a non-blended makeup. So now I'm going over. I applied my eyeliner, my gel eyeliner to my under eye, then my mascara from Huda Beauty, and now I'm going over to my lashes. I'm using Gizella 6B lashes, I think. So while I was doing all those things, I actually was trying to allow my setting powder to actually bake properly. So right now I'm just brushing it off. So you have to take it very serious and less pressure while brushing it off so you don't overdo it. Okay, so right now I'm setting my whole face using MAC Pseudo Fix powder. That's in the shade O2, which is a medium. So I'm just setting my whole face using that powder. The powder has kind of a yellow undertone and I just love it. So to set my contour, you guys know I love using that a very dark shade for my cheekbones area. So that's exactly what I'm doing, using it from a Morphe 35N palette. Now I'm going to take that lighter shade. It is super bronzy brown, and I'm going to take that shade for my nose. That's exactly how I like it to be, less dark. So right now I'm taking my blush from Usher, I think. I'm going to apply that. So I'm taking my Morphe highlighter. This is kind of a bronzer, or kind of, but it is a highlighter and it is in a very bronzy shade. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to apply it to the areas I love to highlight. So I also apply this at the middle at the inner corner, the tip of my inner corner. So right now I want to go ahead and do my under eye shadow. So the what is it called, the shadow, the lemon green shadow was too hard to actually apply there, so I have to spray it. Now I'm going over to our lipstick. I'm taking Beyond Beauty nude lipstick and I'm applying that, which I actually use David's eye pencil in the shade 003 for my lips. That is exactly, and this is the end of the tutorial, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I really do. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll be seeing you on my next video. This is like a dream come true for me. I never knew green could be this beautiful, guys, but look at me here. Yeah, so beautiful. So check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and check me up on my Facebook, and go ahead and follow my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next video. Bye.